Welcome to my channel. I am Kitty Cat Country, and today we are folding laundry. So, I figured I could update you guys on what's been going on with me. Not a whole lot. Let's see, went to the Ren Fair last weekend. That was really fun. So the Ren Fair it's the Texas Renaissance Festival, and they have it every year. It runs for like, I want to say it's 2 months, maybe 2.5 months, and it's only open on the weekends. Every weekend they have a different themed weekend. There's like barbarian invasion. There's like dress up like a pirate. There's Halloween weekend. They have, and the last weekend, they also have hero and villains weekend. And I think what really makes the weekends there is the people that dress up, because otherwise it's mostly just like everyone's dressed as if like it was like medieval times or Renaissance times, I guess, right? So I call it the Renaissance Fair. But we're going back for a Celtic Christmas, and I particularly enjoy Celtic Christmas because they really, like, the people that work there, the vendors, they really like deck out their little shops, I guess, their stands. And it's not like a pop-up. Like, their stands are not like pop-up. They're like whole wooden structures that are all connected, and like the stadium stays there all year. It's made out of stone and like wooden like seats, kind of like a stadium, rides and stuff. Like it's a permanent structure. Like there's no way to break that down. So which I think is really cool. It's literally in the middle of nowhere. It's in Todd Mission, Texas. What some people like to do is they like to go out there and they like to camp. You can rent RV spaces there. And I've never done it, but I know someone who has, and they really enjoyed I guess, the hanging out aspect, because people kind of just hang out and they get to know each other. They build like bonfires, and they drink and they eat, and they visit every bonfire, kind of just mingling with each other. If they run out of something, they barter amongst each other, like for toilet paper and like shit like that. So I heard that the camping aspect is fun. But anyways, we're going back on Celtic Christmas. We went on Heroes and Villains. My husband and I dressed up as Angela and Dwight. I came up with the idea to dress up as Angela because I feel like she's mostly a villain in The Office, and I figured if I just dress up like Angela, no one's gonna know I'm Angela unless I have Dwight with me. So my husband dressed up as Dwight. And that was cool because he never dresses up. But he did this time. It was kind of like my accessory. So I'm just folding laundry now. What sucks about having tons of cats is that sometimes you'll throw shit in the laundry and it'll still come out with like tons of cat hair. I fucking hate. Anyways. And I don't want to leave it in the dryer for too long because black fades really fast. Can fade really fast with the dryer. So anyways, we went to Ren Fair. We met up with my friend who she forges swords. Like that's what she does for a living. She works for a sword making company, and we actually met her because she listens to our podcast. And so we met her there for the first time because they're a They're a vendor at the Ren Fair. And so we met her awesome boyfriend Isaac, and we just became really good friends, you know? So we try to get to, but because like they live so far, like, I mean, we don't see each other often, but we do make the effort. So we see each other during Ren Fair. There's also like these haunted houses out in Bastrop, Texas. Again, in the middle of nowhere. It's like an hour outside of Austin. And they have haunted houses open during Halloween. And they also have haunted houses open during Christmas. So I went there not really expecting much, you know, because I'd never heard of a Christmas themed haunted house. But when we got there, man, that shit was scary. Like, it was a lot of like, it was like haunted houses, kind of like, they were huge. Haunted houses that were kind of just like assembled, where in the middle had a courtyard, and there was like people dressed up as like evil elves and like Krampus, and they were all really good costumes that they were wearing. They were all really freaking scary. Not like cheesy scary, I mean like genuinely scary. But they all stayed in character, and they were like creeping around like the people that were there, like the visitors, you know. So I think the tickets were like $30 for 5 haunted houses, and they had a live band playing. Definitely fucking worth it. Absolutely, in my opinion. But the reason why I bring that up is because they were the ones that let us know about those haunted houses during Christmas. Otherwise, we would have never known that they existed. So that was pretty cool. And we definitely are planning on going again this year. We took our nieces not knowing that, like, how scary it would be. But I was pretty happy that they had fun and they didn't leave, like, traumatized or anything like that. So that was cool. So, yeah. So, back to the Ren Fair. We got to see them. I bought a few cool things. I bought an incense holder that's made out of honey calcite. I really needed one because what I use for an incense burner now just fucking, it fucks incense ash everywhere. And I always have to fucking vacuum the shit. So I'm like less likely to burn incense. And I got a bunch of it. Speaking of which, I bought some more like hand dipped incense. Like the vendors there, they're like all small businesses. Like there's no franchises there. When it comes to food as well, there's no franchises. It's all like mom and pops shit, you know what I mean? So that's cool. Parking is free, so that's a plus. But yeah, at nighttime it looks really cool because like you're literally in the middle of nowhere, in the woods, and the place closes at 8, and the later in the year it gets, the darker, the quicker it gets, like nighttime gets there. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It gets darker faster, okay? So like you're literally in the middle of the woods walking around at night, and it's like that ambiance is really cool. Has my phone been moving like on its own? Shit. God damn it. Okay. It's still moving. I'm sorry. But anyways, so we did that last weekend, had lots of fun. They have fireworks there at the end of the night, and they also have like fire dancers, and they do like a whole bit, like it's like a half an hour performance that they do. Really fucking fun. I highly recommend it if you're in Texas or anywhere, and if you're or anywhere in the world, like if you're planning to see something like that and you don't have anything like that where you're at, highly recommend going to the Ren Fair. We don't camp. Maybe one day we will. So yeah, we did that last weekend, and this weekend I work, so no fun for me. But today I am planning on taking my mom out for Korean fried chicken. I've never had it before. I hear it's good. Oh, it's somebody outside. What the? What the? What? It's like moving so fast. I can't even keep up with it. Okay. Anyways. So there's that. Fitness journey is still going good. I am very happy to report. I've been killing it in the fucking gym. And when I say killing it, I mean I've been lifting heavy. And I'm impressing myself, which is hard to do if you're a hardcore self-critic like I am. But I am impressing myself. So, pretty fucking cool. Yeah. And that's pretty much it, you know? Let's see. Ooh, made plans for New Year's. We're gonna spend the night at my friend's house. Her and her husband. They own a house close to Tomball. And we're gonna spend the night over there, my husband and I. I've never really done anything for New Year's outside of just hanging out with family. But that's mostly because, like, when I was growing up, my mom usually just scared me into not doing anything during New Year's because, like, when you live in Texas, like, a car is a necessity, right? It's not so much a luxury like it is anywhere where transportation is highly efficient. It's a necessity because it's hard to find employment otherwise because you need a car to take you places. So, thank you. Thank you, Peachy Mane. So it's a necessity. I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, right. The reason why I don't do anything for New Year's is because you have to drive to get anywhere here in Texas. The transportation system here in Houston sucks. So you need a car to get anywhere. And as a result, because of that, on holidays, there's always tons of drunk drivers. That's a huge problem in Texas. People love their guns and people love their drunk driving. So, to curtail that, we try to make it a habit to not drive too late on Saturdays and Sundays, or drive at night during the holidays, because you're just at the shit that I've seen on the road. It's so fucking scary. Like, I think it was like on a Wednesday. And, okay. So, yes, you're more than likely to see a drunk driver on the weekends or on holidays. But the crazy thing to me is when you see them during the week. So, I think it was either on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. And I remember in my car thinking, it's fucking Wednesday or Tuesday, one of those. And the person wasn't on their phone. They were fucking drunk on the freeway. And they were always this close to hitting another car in the next lane or hitting the side rail. And the crazy thing about it is that the freeways to get to, like, he was traveling on the area of the freeway that connects several different freeways. So in those, I guess, connecting areas, the way that, and I don't know if this is the same anywhere else, but the freeways are overlapping each other. So they're like all elevated, you know? It literally looks like a fucking roller coaster that you have to drive on. So this motherfucker was driving on that shit, drunk as fuck. This guy almost killed himself, like, so many times. So when I see that on the road, I try not to pass them up because at any given moment, they could pass out behind the wheel and then just veer towards me. Story time. Um, that did almost happen to me. I was not even on the freeway. I was just in a residential area. I think that's what you call it. And this guy flew past me, and he veered right very like violently, like very suddenly. And in that area is a bunch of fucking trees, a bridge, and a bayou underneath that bridge with water. Like it's not a dry bayou, like there's water there. So this guy was this close to driving into the bayou, but he drove into the trees, and they're not very tall trees. So when his car flipped because it hit the curb so hard at such a high velocity, and it flipped. I fucking saw it in real time flip in the air and land on its the car landed on its back upside down on these trees. And so I kind of just like, what the fuck do you do? So I pulled over and I called the police. I called the ambulance or whatever. I was like, give me fire and get me fucking an ambulance. One, because I didn't know like if the car would blow up or something. So thankfully the car never blew up, and other people saw as well. I guess they reacted faster than I did, and they were able to pull in to where the guy was just upside down in the fucking trees. Anyways, so after I was done, like on the phone with I guess the operator or the dispatcher, I was on the phone with the dispatcher. I had to describe the car, like what area, what happened, my name, and then that was it. Once I got off the phone, I made a U-turn and I drove back to see if he was okay, to get out and see what the fuck the deal was. And there was already like a couple there, and it was some guy, and there was already a police car there. Actually, now that I remember, there was already a police car there. Apparently, someone had already called as well, and I guess they were in the area. I mean, like a block away is the firehouse. Anyway, so there was like a couple, and they were like standing around this one guy who was sitting on the floor, and he kind of was just like this, but he didn't look like he was bleeding. The police guy wasn't in a hurry to like arrest him or anything, but so I guess he was like, maybe he was fine, I don't know. But anyway, the correct people were there. But I was lucky. I was lucky. He was not so lucky. I don't know what the hell happened, but maybe he fell asleep behind the wheel. Maybe he was on drugs. Who knows? But that just goes to show, like, shit like that can happen during the week. I was literally just on my way to the gym. That was it. Just on my way to the gym. It was during the week. Quiet evening. It wasn't even dark yet. And that shit went down. That was crazy. I was scared as fuck because he almost took me out. Anyways, so that's story time. Hope you enjoyed. So that's one of the reasons why we don't like to take the risk. Well, I don't like to take the risk and drive on New Year's Eve or any other holiday at night, because if shit like that happens during the week, man, and it's not something that I just assume either. Like, you see those crashes all the time, like on Monday mornings, When I go to work in the morning, I'm watching the news, and it's wrecks upon wrecks and shit. And, like, you see these mangled ass cars, these families being taken out just because somebody was inebriated. So it's a real problem here. Like, one of my best friends when I was growing up, he got killed by a drunk driver. Drunk driver hit him head on. And it was really unexpected. Well, obviously it's always unexpected, but took him out. He's gone. That's it. Game over. So Anyways, oh, and not just that, like in real time, like I'll be sitting here and I'm like just watching TV on a weekday because, like I said, I don't like to go out on weekend nights. And you fucking hear the police sirens all the time. Police sirens, fire trucks, ambulances, and like you hear gunshots. Cause I don't know. Honestly, I don't fucking know why you hear gunshots, but you hear gunshots in the middle of the fucking night over here. But I assume it's everywhere. It's not just because I live in a shitty area of the neighborhood. It's just because people in Texas really like their fucking guns, man. You know, and if you try to take their guns away or their option to fucking buy a machine gun, then they don't, let's just say they don't take too kindly to your kind around here if you're that kind of person. So anyways, that's just life in Texas. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm done folding. If you like this sort of, like, I like to stream for short periods of time because I don't like to stream when I don't have anything to say. Because I find like that's boring. It's not something I would want to watch unless I'm like doing ASMR or watching ASMR. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Friday wherever you are. Stay safe. Be smart, take care of each other, and just be kind to one another, okay? So, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.